Okay, my name is Charles Finch. I graduated in June of 1968. I was a Blue Hat class and got to Vietnam in July of 1968. Stayed in Phu until '69. Then I flew U-21s for the last 6 months. Left in February of '70. I came to the Catkillers with Mac Bird, and then later on Roger Cern came and joined us as a maintenance officer. And then Don Long switched with Doc Clement from the Headhunters, and Don Long came up and flew with us in the first platoon. I flew my entire 12 and a half, 13 months on the DMZ, flying out of Dong Ha. Thanks. Yep, still have the 71 280 SL, thanks to all the poker winnings at the Catkiller Club. Yeah, I got it in October of '70. It's a 1971 280 SL. It's been a joy. Can't get rid of it. All the memories of the Catkillers. I appreciate all of you that played cards with me and donated just a small portion so I could drive this wonderful automobile for the last, I don't know, 42, 43 years. Thank you. We are now rolling.
Okay, I am Henry Milam. I was at Marble Mountain, October '67. Moved to Phu Bai, departed October '68.
Okay, Don Pepe was December of 1967 to August of 1969. About a couple month break in the middle there, and spent most of my time in Phu Bai, sometime at Marble Mountain initially, and most of my time at Phu Bai and Dong Ha.
And you went down to fly U-21s for just a couple?
U-20, I had my tour, my what's called a break, leave, had to leave, and was down in the tank for a couple of months and didn't work out.
Yeah, we know. All right. Do you remember what color hat you were in flight school? Red?
Green hat.
You're a green hat?
Blue hat.
Blue hat.
Blue hat. Probably the blue hat before you, the class before you.
Okay, and then who was in your class?
Nobody else in the Catkillers.
Really?
I came up all by myself.
Who were you with?
Gene Frey, Mike Sharkey, Dennis Felton.
God, that's great. This is cool. All right, go.
Andy Anderson. I arrived late April 1968. I stayed through mid-May of 1969. I was off-wax 68-1 in my class. There was Doc Clement, Lee Harrison, Roger Bounds, Jim Hudson, Lynn Strange,
Oh my.
Donnelly, can't think of his name.
Bud Donnelly.
Bud Donnelly, Dennis Dolan. Roger, did I say Roger Bounds?
Yeah? Oh my.
There were 10 of us. We made up about a third of the, Bud Bruton. So we made up about a third of the company when we got there. And I began my career down at Da Nang with the 3rd Platoon. I was there for about 3 or 4 months, and then moved north with the 1st Platoon. And then approximately February of '69, I replaced Rayson Davis as the operations officer. That was a standardization part of the company. It was a great tour.
God, thanks, Andy. God, that's great. It's Quentin Anderson.
Quentin.
His wife told me that. You are, go.
Hi, I'm Paul Brennan. I was an off-wax 68-12 Blue Hat. I went over in March of 1969, returned in March of 1970. With me from my class were Pete Blevins, Carl Drexel, Warren B. Taylor.
Good.
Bud Bruton, June of '68 to June of '69. Andy Anderson's Blue Hat class, whichever one that was.
Right.
At my age, I can't remember.
So you had Lee Harrison.
Lee Harrison. Hudson.
Strange.
Yeah. Jim Myers. The Stranger.
Was Denny Dolan in your class?
Denny Dolan. Thank you, Charlie. I'm having a senior moment.
These are all Catkillers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Denny Dolan.
I don't remember any of those guys.
Denny left. Denny left. Jeez.
I got there in March and
Bud Donnelly.
Yes.
Bud Donnelly, I remember,
Yeah.
But Dolan, I don't remember him.
Yeah, that's another story.
That's another story.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah.
Is that a Bob Outlaw type?
Yeah.
No.
So big, yeah, it's good. And you left in
June of '69.
Okay, perfect. That's All right, you are now in being video. Introduce your wife.
This is Jane, my parole officer, ops officer, and the tech support.
Oh, it's going to be a comedy.
All others,
Okay.
support. I'm Rod Stewart. Went to the Green Hats. I have no idea what that was, but got to the Headhunters, then to 5th Group, and then to keep from working so hard, I went up to 220th.
When did you get the Catkillers?
Ooh, that would have been in middle of '68, late middle, like August, September.
And then who was in your flight class?
Oh my God, all those. Well, the guys that are Burton, Doc, Lee Harrison, Andy. Who else was in the?
Glenn Strange?
No, I don't think Strange. Yeah, I think maybe he was.
Yeah.
The other stick.
Yeah. Bud Donnelly?
Donnelly might have been the other stick too.
Okay, you're talking about when they split the class
Yeah,
up.
the
Okay.
class was split in
Okay.
half, but as far as the guys I flew with all the time, a bunch of them went to 219th, a bunch of them went to 220th.
Didn't you have 3 different bird dog units that you served with?
Yeah, Headhunters, Catkillers, and Seahorse.
Seahorse.
Yeah.
He's doing it right.
Perfect.
He's doing it right. I checked it.
What?
Now talk.
Okay, I'm Doc Clement from North Carolina, Catkiller 1-8. I got there in May of '68, left February of '69. I was a Green Hat with Bud Bruton, Andy Anderson, Glenn Strange, Jim Hudson, Harrison,
Was Bud Donnelly in your
Bud
class?
Donnelly,
Denny Dolan?
Dolan, and no,
Yeah.
Bonnie wasn't there. He was before me.
Was Rod Stewart in your other section?
Yeah, Rod Stewart was in our class, and Bounds, I think.
Yeah, Roger
Yeah.
was. Okay.
So that's what I did.
Okay, thanks, Doc.
All right.
I'm Ray Carl. I was in class 67-5, Red Hats. I got to the 220th in July of '67. I left in July of '68. I did the first half of the tour at Marble Mountain. Second half, the DMZ. Catkiller 3-2, Catkiller 4-2.
Okay, who'd you come out of flight school with? To the
I came out O'Shields, Gary O'Shields.
Right. Wow.
And
Wow.
that was it.
So Haynes or none of those guys were with you? Okay. All right.
I showed up to 220 by myself.
You're like Pepe. Pepe was by himself.
O'Shields. That's what made you guys so different. There's a whole little gaggle of
Yeah.
that showed up all
Yeah.
at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Well,
kind
we
of.
were scared. We had to hold each other's hands.
Well, I didn't want to be up there by myself.
We knew Charlie was coming, so we were going to.
You know how?
Okay, this video. All right, I'll tell you when to go.
Yeah,
Gene Hayes is in your class.
Right.
All right, go.
my name is John Hillman. I was and still am a cat killer. I was cat killer 4-4, 4-6, and 3. I graduated from flight school with class 68-12.
What color hat?
Blue hat.
Okay.
Blue hat. And got to Vietnam in March of '69 and left there finally in December of '70.
So you extended 6 months.
Right.
Okay. So you started out flying 2nd platoon. When did you?
Third, I believe.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I better not say that.
Who was your platoon leader when you first got there?
I don't remember. I do not remember.
His call sign was Indian for us, but anyway.
And I don't remember who my platoon leader was when I got up to the north.
Donghao? Okay.
Yeah.
But you were under Major Myler?
I got there, I think, I'm probably wrong. I do remember Myler, but I think they might have been overlapping, Myler and Wisby.
Okay, so Wisby was there, and then Myler, and then you were under for Major Gebhardt.
Major Gebhardt, and then Major John Henry Stokes III.
Okay.
And then Major Jack Gwynn was my last CO.
All right, so did we lose anybody when you were there?
Yeah. And they both happened to be mine. We lost a warrant officer by the name of Larry Landershine.
That's right.
Was killed in a CNC UH-1 for Project Delta with Major Soldado, who was the CO of the B group that the Delta project was in. They'd gone out to check an area. I had just turned that mission with Project Delta over to Larry.
Okay.
And he went out into CNC Huey, checked things out, and I got hit with an RPG.
That's right. God, I forgot about that.
Then I lost another warrant officer, and he was in an accident on Darnhaw Airfield and was killed.
Who was that?
Peters,
Okay.
Warrant Officer Peters.
That's right. All right. Good. Thanks, John.
Okay.
Good. Self, please.
My name is Keith Klett. This is my wife, Kate Klett.
Okay. When were you? When did you go to flight school?
Well, that's a good question. It's a long time ago, and you know, us older guys have a shortage of memory. I was 67, and I was a Red Hat, and went directly to Vietnam after that.
When did you get to Vietnam?
October of '68.
So you came straight to the Catkillers.
Straight to the Catkillers.
Were there anybody else in your unit, or anybody in your flight class that came with you to the Catkillers?
None that came to the Catkillers. There are others on the airplane that got dropped off at Ben
Right.
and I'm the only one that ever made it up to the DMZ.
Okay. When did you leave Vietnam?
I left in October of '69.
And then where did you go after that?
I went to the Fort Ben Harrison Flight Detachment of the 5th Army, which is stationed at Fort Sheridan, Illinois.
Okay. Did we lose anybody at the Catkillers when you were there? In other words,
You lost one just before I got there.
so Lee Harrison went down before you got
Before
there.
I got there.
Okay.
And you had two wounded while I was there.
And then we lost Mac Bird when you were there.
Lost me.
And you knew Mac.
Yes.
Okay. Then how long did you stay in?
I stayed in the military for 8.5 years.
Okay.
I cut the third rift in 1973.
Yes, to bring it in. All right, thank you. That's perfect. Good. Okay, introduce yourself.
Scott Cummings. I was there 68 to 70. Came into Vietnam alone and left alone.
Okay.
Yes, Dennis Curry, June 66 to January 68 until they come over and see the CP back for 6 months, and then Pong Nai, first platoon, for 12 months.
I'm Bill Snyder. I came into Vietnam in '69 and left in '70, and left and came by myself.
Okay, so how many reunions you been to?
Well,
5.
Something like that. First one.
I've been to 4.
Good. See, you can come to reunions. Let's